Yes, Cheryl, some are calling it a groundbreaking moment in the battle against COVID-19. The head of the CDC, Dr. Rochelle Walensky, is dropping mask mandates for people that are fully vaccinated, but masks are still required in crowded indoor settings like buses, planes, and hospitals, for example. The CDC citing several factors for their decision, especially the science.
Based on the continuing downward trajectory of cases, the scientific data on the performance of our vaccines, and our understanding of how the virus spreads, that moment has come for those who are fully vaccinated.
The White House says the goal is still to have 70% of the population vaccinated at least once by July 4th. They say it's a critical goal for us to reach herd immunity.